The big changes for VA loans in 2025, you got to know everything there is, and I'm going to break it down for you. I'm Jason Wood, better known as the VA loan guy. I've been one of the top VA lenders in the nation for quite some time, lending for over 20 years now. Today, what we're going to talk about are the new changes for VA loans in 2025. We're going to talk about loan limits, the importance of a pre-approval, and conventional versus VA loans. So loan limits for 2025 have increased and they've changed, but here's how it impacts the VA loans. The base loan limit nationwide, what used to be $764,000 in 2024. In 2025, that's jumped up to $805,000. Now, there are some high-cost counties where that loan limit is even greater. In some areas, it's over $1 million, 1.1, even 1.2, depending on the part of the U.S. that you're living in. But generally speaking, those are the loan limits. Now, for VA loans, if you have full entitlement, meaning you do not have an existing VA loan right now, then there is no loan limit. And it's important that you recognize that because in 2020 is when they removed the VA loan limits. And there's a lot of lenders out there who still don't know this and they don't understand it. That's why you need to be picking somebody who's an expert with the VA loan. You don't want to get pinched into a situation where they're telling you you need a down payment when you really don't. So this has really opened the door for people if they wanted to buy a $2.5 or a $3 million or a $6 million home with a VA loan and zero down payment. It's absolutely possible now, as long as you can qualify for it. But where these loan limits come into place is when you have partial entitlement, which means you already have a house with a VA loan on it. You're going to keep that house and leave the loan there. And now you want to go buy another house and use a VA loan on the next house. That's when the VA loan limits come into place. We made a video right here, if you want to check this out, where it talks about how we do the calculation for having more than one VA loan at a time. You can have two, you can even have 3 or more VA loans at a time if the math works out for you. So it is definitely possible. But in short, the way that we have to figure that out is we have to look at what the entitlement being charged on your certificate of eligibility is. And then we look at the county loan limit for the county you're looking to buy in. So if you are somebody who has partial entitlement and you want to go down this path, one thing that'll be important to know is where do you plan to buy next? Because we'll have to look at that county's loan limit in order to figure this calculation out for you. Now, your pre-approval is super important, and it's important that you're working with a lender who understands how to do this. The last thing you want to do is apply for a VA loan with a lender who doesn't understand the entitlement or that the loan limits have changed, and you get into purchase contract on a house and the underwriter gets to the loan and all of a sudden determines that you have a $30,000 down payment that's required because you have another VA loan outstanding. There are a lot of loan officers out there who have never read the VA handbook and maybe only do 1 or 2 VA loans a year. That's not a situation you want to find yourself in because a $30,000 surprise at closing is not something any of us like. So VA loans versus conventional loans. Here's where this can be really interesting because if you're using the VA loan for a second time and you're using partial entitlements, we still have one house on VA loan, we're getting another house with a VA loan. Oftentimes you might have some down payment required in order to make that happen. But with the VA loan, it might be something small like 3 or 4% down payment compared to a conventional loan, which requires at least a 5% down payment. But the advantage for the VA loan is there's no private mortgage insurance. So if you went the conventional route, you have the mortgage insurance and the VA loans have a little bit lower interest rate. On average, VA loans are about 0.5%, sometimes more, lower than where the conventional loan is going to be. So today we covered the loan limits, the importance of a proper pre-approval, and VA versus conventional loans. Now, it's really important that when you're getting pre-approved for your VA loan, that you're working with a professional that understands the VA loan inside and out. If you're looking to purchase your first home and you've never had a VA loan before, then there's no loan limit for you. So this is really great for the higher loan amounts for people who want to purchase in the multi-million-dollar range. It's absolutely possible. And if you have partial entitlement, it's important you're working with the right person and you know the county that you're looking to move into. So if you're serious about buying a house using your VA loan, whether you're buying another house with a VA loan or it's your first time buying a house with a VA loan, then here's what I need you to do next. Look below in the description and book a free consultation with me and my team, and we can help walk you through all this and answer any of your specific questions. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on everything related with the VA loan. See you in the next video.